Dr. Shiamala. She is a senior lecturer at the University Putra, Malaysia. She obtained her PhD in agronomy from this university in 2016. She has worked on agronomy crops such as pepper, maize, fruits, including the durian, passion fruit, and crystal longan for several years. She has published about 30 articles in the journals. Now she will give a presentation on crystal longan. The title of presentation is Status of Longan Cultivation in. Crystal longan Pometia pinnata cultivation in Malaysia. Oh, thanks a lot. Sorry. Please. Okay.
Okay, thank you, the chairman, and also the moderator. So a very good morning and hi from Malaysia. So I'm Shiamala Ramaiyah from the Faculty of Agriculture and Food Sciences, Universiti Putra Malaysia Bintulu Sarawak campus. So my campus is situated at East Malaysia. So East Malaysia is a part of the Borneo Highland. So Borneo Highland is very well known for unique biodiversity of plants. So thank you TFNet for inviting me to give me this platform to share some of the unique longan species or longan genotypes that we have in our East Malaysia to share with the audience today with a specific topic focusing on current status and prospect of crystal longan, which is also known as Pometia pinnata in Malaysia. So this is my presentation outline for today. So where I will discuss on this some of the species of Sapendaceae family that can be found in Malaysia. Second, since our webinar is focusing on the common longan, which is the Democarpus longan, so I will focus on the production and the status in Malaysia. And after that, I will introduce some of the indigenous longan that belongs to the same species as for the common longan that present in East Malaysia. Plus, my main species that I would like to highlight here is the crystal longan. So I will talk about their genotypes, origin distribution, market values, their uniqueness, and their potential for commercial cultivation as well. So, and I will end with the conclusions. So I would like to start my presentation with the introduction to some of the species in Sapendaceae family that can be present in Malaysia. So Sapendaceae is also known as a soapberry family, which consists about 1,900 species from 140 genera. So lychee, longan, rambutan are quite famous species in this family because they are having this translucent white sweet flesh with envelopes the seeds. And of course, they are very well known for sweet flesh with the aromatic flavor, make it popular worldwide to make a suitable product like juice, jelly, ice creams, and so on. So, among the Sapendaceae species, actually rambutan is one of the considered as a major crop production in Malaysia. So, according to the statistic that published by DOA in 2022, Malaysia being produced about 159 thousands of metric ton of rambutan per year. And we do have another Sapendaceae family that extremely popular in Malaysia, which is longan. But this longan is considered as a minor fruit because we only can found the production area about 35.6 hectare with a total production of 714 metric ton per year. So even though there are high demand of this fruit in Malaysia, but we are still importing the fruits from our neighbor country, which is Thailand. Okay, along with this, in East Malaysia, we have 3 genotypes of indigenous longan. So this one is still under the same species of common longan, but it is subspecies what we call as a Malaysianus. So under this subspecies, actually we have 3 genotypes. The first one is a Cacus, second one is the Isau, and third one is the Sau. So this Isau and Sau is can be found, the three can be found along the riverbank of Sarawak, and even ripened, the exocarp is still green. However, kakus is extremely popular in Sarawak when the season comes, but when ripened, the fruit is turned to yellow. So all these genotypes basically having a similar characteristic, similar texture, aroma, looks like the common Democarpus longan, which is the common longan. Okay, so now I would like to introduce you all with another unique longan that we have in Sarawak or even generally in Malaysia. So this one we call as a crystal longan, or scientifically known as a Pometia pinnata. So crystal longan is more popularly known as Matoa, Kasai, Tawa, Fijian longan, or crystal longan, or crystal lychee, and so on in generally throughout the world. So why this crystal longan is characterized under Sapindasi is because they are having a single big seeds with a thick white or translucent yellow flesh, which having the combinations of flavor of rambutan, durian, and also lychee. So the skins are very hard, and then it has a very special way of opening it. So under this Pometia pinnata, actually, there are, under the Pometia genus, actually, there are two types of species, Pometia ridley and Pometia pinnata. So whatever genotypes that we have in Malaysia only belongs to one species, which is Pometia pinnata, which further divided them into 8 forma. So we will look into what are the formas that we have in our Malaysia. So the current status of Pometia pinnata in Malaysia is still underutilized. Why it is underutilized is because they have a local interest and importance, but not very well recognized. So that's why it still count as underutilized. Okay, so it is not origin to Malaysia. It's being introduced. It's origin to Papua New Guinea, where people started to plant it there for timber, and later part they will venture into the edible uses. And somehow this species is well distributed throughout the South China, Southeast Asia, and South Asia, and so on. So we can find this fruit. This is one of the popular fruit in Indonesia as well. So this is how the trees look like. So the first figure there shows the tree that around 4 years old. So they started to produce fruit. And then the new folia of the tree is very colorful, so it's very attractive. And the flowers are in the corim shape and produce a very hard skin of fruits. And of course, they have this domacia in their leaves. So when they have the domacia, of course, the ends are very attractive. The pollinators are very attractive, this fruit, because they can produce the sugar glands. All right. So now comes to the genotypes that we have in Sarawak, basically. Okay, so the common genotypes that we can find in the night markets, supermarkets, or tamu markets belongs to the forma glabra, where it's come with the various colors like green. You can find sometimes in a rainbow, red, purple, and also the yellow. Okay, so why all of them are categorized under the same forma is because of their morphological characteristic of having the hairy on their midrib of the abaxial of the leaves. So however, this yellow is then has a single genotypes under the forma annifolia because of it has the hairy midrib on the above and bottom of the leaf. So that's why it's like categorized as separately. And besides, we do have some of the unique genotypes, which is very rarely found throughout Sarawak or even Malaysia. So to be highlighted here, we have only one species, one genotypes of the Pometia pinnata with the soft skin. So the skin, we don't need to crush the fruit. It's just like we peel off the skin like how we peel the mandarin orange. So the other fruits, other genotypes all having the hard seed coat except for this. And along with this, we have one more crystal Longan genotype, which is very popularly known as Kasai. Kasai is the typical Pometia pinnata forma pinnata. So this is considered inedible because it's not because of their toxic or what, but the flesh are very thin and it is very difficult to detach the flesh. So that's why it's considered as inedible. So these are the basic comparison. But what I would like to highlight here is the hard skin fruit of the Pometia pinnata are widely cultivated around Malaysia. So some of the trees we can find at the backyard of the house, and then farmers are started to cultivate in a small scale as well. And then this Pometia pinnata also can be a good candidate as the intercropping in the cocoa farms and also some fruit farms. So some fruit farm example in the durian farm. So this Pometia pinnata serve as a marginal crops, not only because of they are attracted the pollinators, but this is one of the fast growing trees. So meanwhile, waiting for the durian to produce the fruit within 5 to 6 years. So this Pometia can be produced fruit within 2 to 3 years after transplanting. So while waiting for the durian, we can harvest few times of this Pometia fruits. And on my right hand side, on the top, we have the soft skin. So soft skin is not very widely cultivated in Malaysia. Plus, the bottom one is the kasai. Kasai is the inedible one, as I mentioned just now. Although the fruits are inedible, why people like to plant this fruit in Malaysia is because they are the good candidate or suitable candidate to plant as a landscape crop. Because of the colorful foliar, it like a very attractive. So that's why we can find this Pometia pinnata of Kasai planting along the highway, along the roadside. Okay. So this is a very short video that I would like to share on this, how the mature fruits of Pometia look like, and how to crack and open this fruit. So it has a special mechanisms actually. So let's go through the video. Okay, so now we continue with the seasonality and productivity. So this fruit is considered as a seasonal fruits where the season lies between May to July and also September to November. So soon we're gonna have this Pometia season. So when the season comes, of course, the pasar tamu or pasar, the night market, everything is full with these fruits with the various color and size. And of course, the production can go up to 200 kg per tree per year. And there is a studies that reported the total production per acre can go up to 6 tons. And it is also fetching a very good price in Malaysia. Even at East Malaysia, the price can be within the range of 10 to 35 per kg, depending on the genotypes, locality, and also seasonality. At West Malaysia, usually so far what we observe is the price can be more than 30 ringgit per kg. But so far, we only observe this fruit is, so it has a whole fruit. No any products has been being produced or observed to be marketed in the supermarkets and so on. So for me, why this fruit is having a good demand in Malaysia is because they are the fast growing tree. Means we can obtain the fruit within 2 to 3 years after transplanting. So this is comparatively faster than the other Sapindaceae species. And they are also valued for the landscape and also timber purposes beside the edible uses. And all the plant parts are valued for the users because the bark and the leaves are having a good antibacterial, antimicrobial properties that can treat various ailments as well. And of course, this fruit is contain high vitamins, antioxidants, and minerals. Okay. So these are some of the uniqueness of the crystal longan that I can say. So basically, this Pometia pinnata having a natural sweetness because their fructose content is higher compared to longan, lychee, and rambutan. So whenever the fruit got the higher sucrose content, of course, the sweetness is 5 times higher than the one that lack of the fructose content. And besides, these fruits are also having a ample of minerals that important for human health. And plus, the vitamin C content of this fruit is higher, and this is comparable with the citrus fruit as well. So now we can see like not only this fruit is having a good combinations of flavor, texture, and so on, but in terms of the nutritional properties are also they are quite good. And then regarding the therapeutic potential, actually, studies have shown that there are presence of polyphenols, alkaloids, flavonoids, terpenoids, tannin, saponin, and also coumarin in this plant parts of Pometia pinnata. So this makes that they have a lot of phytotherapeutic properties such as anti-diabetic, anti-HIV, antidiuretic, obesity, anti-hypertension, antimicrobial, and many more. So far, we have found like 56 journals reported on this therapeutic potential. So what I can say here is 75% of the journals are from Indonesia. So Indonesia widely use this fruit for the pharmaceutical and also to the medicinal properties. And we have done the very comprehensive review paper and it is under review. We expected to publish by this year. So this is some of the articles that showing that there are growing interests of Sarawak crystal longan. So we have started to export to Singapore and so on. So it's like open up the eyes of the consumers and also farmers to cultivate this fruit into a bigger scale. So why I consider this Pometia pinnata have a potential for commercial cultivation is because of their prevalence of suitable growing condition, not only in Malaysia, but the tropical and subtropical soil conditions, weather, everything is favorable for the plant to grow. And second, this is considered as underutilized and also not a native fruit to many countries. So it has a high potential to be considered as an export purpose. And also these are the fast growing tree whereby we can easily get the fruits with the less of maintenance. Around 2 to 3 years, we can obtain the fruits. And of course, the yield are also quite high. And so far, there are lack of pest and disease problem has been observed for this fruit because of probably because of the hard skin. Except for the soft skin, we are having problem in the fruit flies infections. And then in terms of the taste is quite unique because they have the combination of durian, lychee, longan, which give a different preference for the consumers as well. And of course, we can develop many products from this and it can have a good market in the local or even in the international as well. So when we talk about the fruit, either it's longan or even the crystal longan or common longan whatsoever, of course, in terms of wanted to commercialize, definitely there is a challenges that we have to look up. So the first foremost is the suitable variety. As just now I have mentioned, there are about 11 genotypes, but which genotypes is suitable can be grown at which area, longitude, latitude is we have to do the research to find out the most suitable varieties. And second is, of course, lack of effort, lack of publication is available on the good cultivation practice that has been highlighted by all the presenters before on the GAP. So same goes to Pometia, crystal longan, same goes to the common longan. We don't have the proper SOP or lack of information on the proper cultivation practices. And besides, the poor post-harvest management is also resulting in loss of fruits. And what I would like to highlight here is, even though this Pometia pinnata having so much of potential, but lack of awareness among the consumers and also farmers. So it's just like only certain regions of the people are well known about this fruit. So why this is? Because maybe due to poor or lack of publicity. And one of the things that I can see here is the fruit is still sold as a whole fruit. So couldn't find any innovative products that being developed from these fruits. So this is also can be considered as why the marketing for both fresh and the processed product is very weak and negligible in Malaysia. So this is a very small effort from my research team. So we are trying to use this fruit to make some common products, which are the jam, milkshake, and also matawa ice creams. So what I wanted to highlight here is with the little addition of sugar or without the addition of sugar, the Pometia products are still fetching a high score based on the hedonic scales. Why? Because of the natural sweetness from the Longan flesh itself is more preferable to develop this kind of a healthier products. So this is still under preliminary observations. Okay. And now it comes to the strategy. Of course, when we want to commercialize this underutilized fruits or even Longan or crystal Longan, we have to create the awareness first. So if people are aware of the nutritional properties, of their uniqueness, of their potential market value, of course, more farmers or more consumers will consuming it, and the farmers will directly have the urge to cultivate in a large scale. And of course, identifying the suitable or superior variety is most important things that we could think of. And then plus good agriculture practice should be studied in detail based on the fertilizer requirement, pest and disease management, and also post-harvest management. And one more thing that I would like to highlight here is, if like we wanted to make this underutilized food become famous in around worldwide, so we have to think of the market linkage. Maybe it cannot be depend on 100% as a whole fruit exports. So we have to think of doing more R&D in developing the innovative products to establish or to think of expand the market for this Longan. And last but not least, of course, it required to raise the awareness and expand the joint initiative among all the possible stakeholders like the farmers, government agencies, and research institute to make this fruit into the commercial cultivation and also for potential commercializations. And as last say, crystal Longan cultivation in Malaysia hold a significant potential as a lucrative agriculture, agri-business venture. So by addressing all those existing challenges and capitalizing on emerging opportunities, stakeholders can foster the sustainable growth of crystal Longan production, not only in Malaysia, but throughout worldwide. So I would like to take the opportunity to acknowledge TFNet that always give me the opportunity to share some of the minor fruits that we have here. And UPM for the facilities and my research team, of course, not forgetting my collaborator and farmers. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for your presentation.